Let's get ready to...
Triple fight!
What the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke!
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
Hiya, 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 na 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 na.
Ah, he vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Please avocado emote. Thank you, chat. We all love you so much. And shout out to all the fathers. Woo! And fuck my internet, my microphone. I hate technology and everything.
Everything's going great.
To be here today. I wasn't up till 5 in the morning troubleshooting technology and got 4 hours of sleep. I'm in a great mood. What kind of mood are you in today, Badger?
I'm in just a tickety boo mood. Absolutely. Everything is correct in the world. Nothing is wrong. It's all gravy.
I managed to squeeze in over 2 hours of Expedition 33 still last night, and
there you go.
The Mad Lads, dude. I can't really talk about it because it's a giant spoiler, but oh my god, I can't believe they did it. The Mad Lads did it. Like the balls on them, dude. Oh my god. But I can't talk about it, so you're gonna just have to watch my video here in a month and a half or so. ABF. I'm feeling better now. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Much like Badger, things couldn't be better. My internet's working perfectly fine.
Just straight up
coffee right here.
First
everything in my life is going great. So
yeah, everything in my life's going great except for my internet and tech problems, which those are just permanent. We're in the 21st century, just nothing ever working, paying lots of money for things, and it's just ones and fucking zeros in hardware. You're literally built to do one fucking thing. Just do the one fucking thing.
Cats and dogs, rain and hot. She's got a real Sam Kinison energy right now.
I read the first 2 issues of Fantastic Four. They brought me back to a better time.
Oh, was Sue the emotional lead and leader of the team?
No. Mr. Fantastic literally names himself Mr. Fantastic. Just when he names himself, he literally names himself the leader of the team.
Yeah.
And I will say, the Thing gets his name because Sue, once he starts transforming, she goes, oh, hey, look, he looks like the Thing. It's literally a Joe Biden when he tried to say God, but he says, you know, the Thing. But God
the Thing.
But God went, whoa, Biden, I actually love that name. Y'all call me the Thing now. That's how he got his name. And then at the same time, he's all like, oh, I'm so ugly. I hate you, Reed. You did this to me. I hate it. But I'm going to call myself the Thing.
Does he date a blind black woman in the original comics? Did you see if the Kerry Washington character was in fact comic accurate?
Yes, I found her. Hold on. First page I opened. There she is.
Wow.
And this is him trying to hide the fact that he's dating her.
Oh, yeah.
First page I opened up. Wait, what? I don't understand. I pulled it. Hey, at least I didn't. At least Nagranol made the Black Father's Day joke.
Well, he had he had a unit, and so he needed.
Is he actually?
He needed a lady that was used to taking them big bricks. You know what I'm saying? So he found a sister. She's like, oh, I'm used to this.
Booty with enough like airbag cushion for
exactly.
him.
Yeah.
I will say I wasn't expecting so much Namor. I love the villain of the weakness of it. The first one is Mole Man, and then by volume 2, they're already fighting off a Skrull invasion. Like straight into the alien invasion. I went gritty and grounded and realistic superheroes. Fuck you. I want episode 2. I want you fending off an alien invasion of people who can change their shape. Thank you.
Tammy Lynn wasn't going to be able to take it, but LaQuanda and LaQuisha, oh, sir, they were ready for the Thing. Uh-huh.
He He's very like angry and super resentful. Actually, yeah. Here, let's just start with it.
He only saves the big booty Latinas. Everyone else, he lets them take. The thing is very based.
So he's also very like angry and he like hates Reed. He's also like hulks out. He goes like into rage mode and stuff like that. And I'm just like, there's no way they are gonna do this in the movie. And the first, so we get to I think 8 pages in. It shows like Mole Man's attacking, and then I think we're about 8 pages in, and then they oh. Quick, we're going to do our origin story, right? Just hold, we're going to do an origin story. And then 12 panels into the origin story, they are transforming into their superhero forms.
Disney version is going to be more like the Nancy Street. You know what I'm saying? Ooh.
No, wait. Did I get yarded? Fuck, I got yarded. I can't hear you.
You can't?
Oh, no.
It's because I switched everything out.
You go ahead. ABF and I will talk about
I
Fantastic
hate everything. You probably can't even hear me because my microphone doesn't work either.
We hear you.
I hear you.
Bye.
Bye.
What's it like having a perfectly good internet?
Oh man, it must be nice. Welcome back to Badger and ABF Talk, where we go through the world's problems with a gun nut and a pop culture nut. Anyway, I don't know. Do you have any hope for Fantastic Four, by the way? Because I just keep being more depressed every time we find more information about it.
I never got into Fantastic Four personally. I mean, the last movie that came out, it was all right, I guess, but I'm not excited about this movie whatsoever.
Back.
Especially because Pedro Pascal is in it.
Pedro's the himbo supreme.
Buddy. Speaker, the Razor Black Shark speaker, Razor Black Shark, it doesn't like to work, but if I can get it to communications Razor Black Shark, it actually stays on there. But no, now it's gone because I tried to move some stuff while I was troubleshooting. I had StreamYard working and I tried to troubleshoot my stupid audio. And so I moved it and I created a new problem thanks to my troubleshooting. And the old problem's back now. I'm so glad.
Hey, Erwin, did you try turning it off and on again?
I turned my router off and on. I restarted it, and that did nothing. And then I unplugged it to take all the power out of it to do the hard like power restart even.
But did you wait 40 seconds after unplugging it from your main unit? And sir, I must ask you not to redeem. Not yet.
It must be fully discharged, sir.
Yeah. Did you ground it? Did you? You take it outside and you walk on the dirt with your bare feet.
Remember when the taxpayer paid for high-speed internet to be set up throughout the country, and instead they didn't give anyone internet?
Yeah. Well, you know what they did?
Take control of your computer through remote control. I will do all the things. Sorry.
You know what they did, Erwin? They laid fiber in my neighborhood with all that money, and then they never connected it to anything. So I'm still stuck with Cox cable. So
they laid cable, but you're still stuck with Cox?
Yep. That's right. They laid that pipe, you know what I'm saying?
They laid the pipe.
Yep.
And yet, I don't understand. Yeah,
and then there were no topics for the day. I got 5 hours of sleep because I was up until 5 a.m. trying to troubleshoot. Barely could get to sleep because I was still trying to troubleshoot my sleep. And then I wake up and there's no topics. There's no like comic books at the bookstore.
Yeah, it's bad. It's all bad. Shout out to you dads out there.
Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you so much. All right, I think we ranted and raved enough, but now we just moved to a different form of ranting and raving. I didn't even get my props out. Oh my God.
I know. Erwin was complaining, but all ABF heard was This is how ABF shows 50. His love.
50 gifties, Expedition 33. 50 gifties, Expedition 33.
How about for $90? I'll put the fucking mousetrap on my tongue.
Broken's time.
I love when you make that noise, Badger.
Erwin is the whole fucking unit. Yeah, he's the whole thing right now. Mood.
It's been a day. I wasted all of yesterday. I was supposed to be playing Expedition 33 yesterday. Instead, I can troubleshoot, and I get nowhere. And then at the very end, I find someone's comment. I plug the microphone, and the background white noise is through the piece of shit mixer. So it's the mixer the whole time. And so...
Give me the cash.
Been here long?
Yeah, long enough. Come on, give me the cash.
To stop him from having a heart attack. Erwin,
And then peaked that, and then I found my audio's been too loud. Apparently, all audio file says you need to do a little quieter, and I've been doing it too loud. ABF, what were we saying?
I give you permission to get your favorite flavor ice cream tonight.
Ooh.
Something with like salted caramel or like cookie dough and Oreo mix.
Look how happy he is now.
Salted caramel.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
Pralines and cream, also a classic as well. I feel like I have a lot of... when it comes to ice cream, I have some old guy taste. When I was younger, I always got the Heath Bar Blizzards from Dairy Queen. I feel like I'm the only kid who likes Heath Bars.
I was more of a Reese's Buttercup.
Oh, well, yeah, I fucked with it. I usually, if I switched it, I would go the Reese's Pieces route because then you get that extra little crunch with it. What were we talking about? Are we live yet? Did I hit live yet?
There were no stories.
There's so much no stories. We're talking about Mace and Windu. Sorry, I had to leave because I got yarded. Jesus Christ. Thank you all for being here. We're talking
Mace.
about Mace Windu. That's how little we have today. We're gonna keep it short because Erwin's working on 4 hours of sleep.
It's
Bryce Dallas Howard says she's constantly asked Dave Filoni about bringing back Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu. Bryce Dallas Howard trying to give the fans what they want. That was a fun conversation, but it didn't add up to anything because Dave Filoni doesn't want to give fans what they want. Like James Gunn, he just wants the fans to like what he likes. Ahsoka, and Sabine.
Literally, Star Wars Theory said, I'll do it myself. And it's been over $1 million on his fan films, which has the return of fucking Mace Windu. Went from live action and then switched to fully CGI.
Why would they give the fans what they want, Erwin?
Yeah.
That was a fun
fans.
conversation.
They're racist bigots.
But didn't add to anything. Translation, we're all thinking it, but Lucasfilm's still gatekeeping that purple saber. They're racist against black people? Disney hates black people? Confirmed?
I mean, here's the thing. No, you didn't. You saw him get his hand cut off, which plenty of people get their hands cut off and survive. You saw him get electrocuted, which plenty of people get electrocuted and survive. And then you saw him, oh yeah, he got thrown out. You're going to say he died from the fall that we've seen him, and we know Jedi can stop their momentum and fall.
He jumps out the damn car!
So, yeah, no, you could bring him back. The whole point is, why the fuck didn't he show up in any of the things? And that's, you would have to have Vader kill him very early on. And have not a lot of people see it. Like what Theory's doing.
He lost all of his memories is always a classic too. He banged his head. But you compare Palpatine and like him coming back and how we saw the fire and everything, and the giant explosion in space.
Well, at least Palpatine did the clone body thing in the EU as opposed to whatever the fuck they tried to do in the sequels.
What did they? It was a big coliseum of a bunch of shadow monsters or something.
You're dumb, Red French Moon. He's black. Even if he's a father, you didn't know the kid. He's also a Jedi, so he would be.
I was gonna say, wait, Windu had a kid? Is he in the NFL
maybe,
or is he a rapper?
No, the humans. Yeah. It's Kiadi Mundi. They got to have a bunch of wives because they have a low birth rate.
Because of you, I think about that like once every like 2 months. I think about Kiadi Mundi fucking bitches to repopulate the world.
To repopulate his planet. Yeah.
I don't know why it just keeps coming up, and every time I think about it, it just makes it that much more likely it's gonna pop back up. How to Train Your Dragon Wars to record 84 million US opening, 198 globally. So presumably this is the 3-day projection, and Lilo and Stitch hit like 320, 330 mil in the opening weekend, which was insane for Memorial Day. This thing is not going to hit $1 billion. I'm not even sure Lilo and Stitch is going to hit a bill. I don't think this is going to hit a bill. I strongly advocated for no one giving it money. Badger agreed with me on a lot of things as far as it not being all that quality, but as me and Badger are now experiencing, everyone's just cool with how bad it is. The most nitpicky of people are loving it now. Are we out of touch, Badger?
It's a couple of different things. I don't know. One is I said, like, we lost. Like, if the whole idea was to get people to not accept DEI casting and, like, bro, if they're Vikings, I don't give a fuck with the dragon aspect. Just, like, because the whole point is you make everything else as realistic and verisimilitude. No, people don't care anymore. That's fine. They'll accept black Vikings. It's fine. and extrapolate that to all the other things. So,
but Ana de Armas ballerina, who they did their best to make it like not girl bossy, was too girl bossy for him. But Astrid was fine. It doesn't make sense to me. Just standards, principles, integrity, stick to them. It's so please.
Oh, but this one, no, I said it that night when we were talking about all the fucking DEI and how it took me out of it.
An Inuit Viking?
And Inuit and all that. It's still better than anything else. It's not better than the original movie, but it's still a good one. It's just for us, and if you're sensitive to it and you see it, like some of the, except the DI casting and the kids are lesser.
It's full of dragons, and I recommend Lilo and Stitch over How to Train Your Dragon, and it's full of dragons. Lilo and Stitch is like a little girl movie.
I mean, people weren't okay with it when the Vikings show on Netflix changed Jarl into a black female.
That was
right.
One. Now imagine that times 1,000, and then they have a council of woke to tell you, nah, it's cool, bro.
It's dragons. It doesn't matter. What do you care about fucking... You guys saying DEI is like screaming Nazi at everything.
I give you 3 strikes on wokeness, and then I am going just harshly critical on you. This thing had 25 strikes, 100 strikes. It's hard to tell, and it's from the very beginning. And if the kids were good actors, and they're not kids, they're adults. If they were good actors, well, then I wouldn't have been as bothered by the wokeness. But they were terrible, and it was extremely woke. And Rossi dropping a yellow peach? I don't know. It looks like it's a butt. But why is it yellow? Am I just seeing it? Under all my colors just not work.
That might be yours. Now
it's a peach with the little butt crack on it.
Yeah. But it looks like a lemon yellow or what?
Oh,
yellow and
yellow, yeah.
And then orange in the bottom, right? Okay. Rossi, shout out. Butt fruit to you as well.
No, and that's the other thing. It's like 90% the same story, and the 10% that's different is the training section is less interesting, and they reduced the romance between him and Astrid while still including it, so the romance just feels sort of tacked on. And it does, I don't know, just a lot of things that just didn't do as well as the original. Rossi.
Badger, would you care to take the super chat from the very generous Rossi?
Did someone say Dave Filoni? Dave greater than Theory. What?
Wait.
Theory greater than Dave.
No. He's saying Dave is greater than Theory 100%.
No, I'm ignoring him. I'm correcting his thing and pretending he said it the wrong way. Dave's not better than Theory. How dare you? I don't know. I've enjoyed watching his Vader episode 1. I've yet to see Filoni's episode 1, so there you go.
I don't want to see it. Mission Impossible: The Final Awakening has passed 500 million worldwide. On a $400 million production budget, it's going to lose 250 million plus. Congratulations. That sucks. Tom Cruise, can you be in something that makes $1 billion, please? God.
Well, they lost money on Dead Reckoning Part 1, and I think that they decided to continue it because they called it Part 1, and also, they can probably make their money back long term by, selling it to streaming services and whatnot, right?
Yeah, that's the thing I realized you get a lot of back end shit.
Yes, but that's all the extra. Like that is just like fully cope. You're supposed to be making lots of money at the box office, and then all of the other stuff. And this just shows how people don't understand how any of this works. It's about to break the charts. Fire. Finally made back the production budget and a little more. No.
They don't understand.
You're an idiot. Damn. Impressive. Yeah, it's very impressive to lose 250 million plus. That's difficult to do. Definitely watching it. Yeah, I bet. Goated. More. Tom Cruise stays saving the box office?
Bots be botting.
Yeah, this is... Is 1 billion possible?
Were these comments curated to where the negative ones were put to hidden?
Let's see. I doubt it. I think it's just it's discussing film. So yeah, no. But they definitely attract the bots. Holy crap!
Not 100% of people that look at discussing film are retarded, right?
I like to hope so. That I'm not too retarded.
We just use it as a branching off spot.
Because you have to look at how much the budget was and then take 50% of that, add it, and that's what the marketing is, and that's the total, right?
Right.
That's like rule of thumb, basically.
At least 50%.
Yep.
And then if it's something that's popular international, they often don't even get the 50% international. That's like American and Europe. I'm sorry to do this. There's not enough to talk about, but Marvin actually really did a good job breaking it down.
Leon, or say, because he's the other one that triggers me. Sorry, Gooch isn't here. It's okay. You can talk about James Gunn and Superman.
Why the world?
I like it.
Why the world needs Superman?
James Gunn. Here, try to read it while I scoff every 3 seconds. Hold on.
And why Superman doesn't need James
Of
Gunn.
course, James. Would you actually go back to that?
Gooch would probably like this article.
What was the title of that? And why Superman doesn't need James. Yeah, well, he's probably going to make the point of what I'm making in that video I made, where I think it's going to be good in spite of James Gunn, not because of James Gunn.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think the strength of the performances and the characters and their interplay is going to override any dumb humor or.
I thought that about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I
know, but you say that, but then a bunch of other people like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, so I have to watch it. I guess I just didn't want to watch it.
Oh yeah, no, you should probably watch it, man. I love your optimism for Superman, but I'm telling you, if you watch Guardians 3, it's not going to make you more optimistic.
Yeah, but you don't think that Guardians 3 dealing with characters like Gunn even said that it wasn't his choice to do that to Peter Quill and have Gamora not have any fucking memories again, and that's just
okay, because that was horrible.
With.
That was
right,
the
but
worst
that was
part.
The Russo brothers. They did all that, and he was stuck dealing with the aftermath. You don't think it's different in the first movie in a new universe?
See, I enjoyed Guardians 3, but I don't think I'll ever watch it again. If that makes any sense. Like it wasn't a terrible movie when you compare it to everything else that Marvel was putting out. Also, I like the Guardians Christmas special quite a bit. And I think that's where that dodgeball clip comes from, right? Where the kid's getting hit in the face that you have. Yeah.
Is it? All right, I thought it's when they land.
That's Guardians 3.
Oh, is that Guardians 3? Okay. Yeah. I always get that scene.
No, that's proving how forgettable Guardians 3 is.
Yeah, it's true.
The best part about Guardians is the characters and then the epic like cosmic story.
And I like the story. I like the story about Rocket when he was a kid or a little raccoon. Call me a sucker for it, I guess. But I thought it was cute as hell. I liked it.
That's
and
from
it was
the comics,
kind of a tearjerker.
And in that Square Enix Guardians game, which everyone ignored because Marvel Avengers fucking sucked, that Guardians game is. I love that Guardians better than the actual movie. Like the characters are so good, and Rocket has that otter girl, Liara, whatever her name is, story where it's fucked up.
It's actually a really good game. I played it. I think I played like 60-70% of it.
Man, they got ruined because of fucking Avengers and Kamala and all that shit.
Yeah, truly sad. Actual good game and good character designs, cool costumes, cool characters, cool story. What Guardians of the Galaxy normally has, but I did not feel like 3 had.
So with Superman, what's his ultimate point here, Marvin? Because Montero likes to do those longer.
It's a strange feeling to walk out of a theater genuinely wanting to love a Superman movie and yet feeling absolutely nothing. I assume that's gonna be Gooch doing like the sad like Charlie Brown like walk.
I mean, that's what I just said about Guardians 3, right? Like, went in there, enjoyed myself, but when you come out of it, you're like, okay, just gonna go on with life and not think about it ever again.
Yeah, and man, maybe with Superman Returns, I could understand that. I fucking felt all the things with Man of Steel. That made me like, whatever. We've talked about it before, where I went back to see it the next day. I felt so strongly about things. Because while the world... do you want to do this?
Well, he doesn't say for turning, but he essentially is talking about how we desperately need Superman.
Because while the world desperately needs Superman now more than ever, we don't need another egotistical director trying to reshape him into a reflection of their own image.
This whole article is basically the arguments we've been having for the last 3 or 4 months, essentially. Yep. And he makes lots of good points, but we can go and skip through, talk about how important, Clark Kent versus Superman is. He gives a shout out to your boy, Tyler Hoechlin.
Hoechlin, yeah. Real good. Also, the kid from Road to Perdition, which like blew my mind when I realized.
Like when I realized that Mog was Rough Nut.
Yeah, and that's also why Superman and Lois is so good, is because they let him finally be. We were having that conversation about they won't let Peter Parker grow up and have a family and deal with that struggles. But finally, they let Superman grow up and marry Lois and have kids and deal with those struggles. Holy shit. Watching Superman and Lois parent and be good parents and try and not cuck each other and fuck each other over, really good.
Yeah, I like that. You can tell all the different stories of characters' lives. Smallville, my buddy loves Smallville. It's super popular. Imagine lots of you in chat watch some Smallville.
Still love Smallville, yeah.
That was all teenage Superman and whatnot. He didn't fly till the very freaking end.
I never watched Smallville. Is that like, should that be like on the watch list?
Great. It's 10 seasons basically, or 9 seasons, and then the comic went to the 10th one or whatever. Yeah, it should have ended 5 years before it did, because literally he's in Metropolis as a superhero, calling himself the Blur, wearing like, bro, just fucking fly and call yourself Superman now. But as Erwin points out, the last 10 seconds using CGI superimposing of the return suit over him, because no flights, no tights.
What would you say if I did want to watch it? Like, where would I stop or watch the entire thing?
Oh, just watch the whole thing.
Okay.
I would just watch. I'm just meant like me personally, like, bro, you could have just made them. Back in the day, I was like, stop the show and then come back out with the same people and call it Metropolis.
I got
just have him be fucking Superman. But
I will say,
yeah, it's totally worth a watch.
Up, it is 10 seasons and
Michael, it is 10 seasons,
217 episodes.
Yeah, Rosenbaum is a great Lex.
Are they the full hour with commercials, 42-minute episodes? Yeah, okay.
But you'll remember how
girthy.
good TV was.
Yep, that's true.
One of the reasons people loved it so much, it ran from 2001 to 2017.
Those were the prime years.
Part of genuinely part of people's lives. And
I remember my
buddy,
mom not getting that was a shout out Mama Badger, that was a Superman thing with him being strung up in the cornfield with the S. And she's like, oh, I thought he was gay. I thought they were gay bashing. I was like, well, wouldn't it be an F on his chest? It's an S. Superman.
Shout out. Maybe it was Super F is what it.
I thought they were hazing him. I'm like, yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah,
Jensen Ackles is the coach, dude. That was the first time I ever saw him, and I remember not liking him, and then he got Supernatural. Yeah, sex.
Young cult member.
Supernatural was awesome. I watched every single one of those, even though you probably should stop on the last few seasons.
Well, then, yeah, Smallville is. If you love Supernatural, then Smallville is definitely recommend.
Yeah, because it's like Freak of the Week. So the thing that they added was when Clark came in his ship, along with it came a bunch of fragments from Krypton. And so there was a meteor shower, and in that meteor shower, they basically set up everything.
And then you have all the different kinds of kryptonite and stuff as well. Like, yeah, they pull out all the tricks because, like, he's a teenager, so they got to pull out all the tricks to keep it interesting.
But him getting red kryptonite, I remember how hype it was for the first time. Oh, so good. Smallville rewatch win.
And
yeah,
Paul Kent, fantastic as well.
Amazing. And Ned
Lex
O'Toole.
Luthor.
Yeah. Everyone was
really
peak.
good. Oof.
Yeah, the casting looks pretty good.
Oof. Yeah, you'll say, wait, do I recognize them? And you'll go through the IMDb and you're like, oh, no way. Because similar to like Supernatural, a lot of those WB shows is if you're an actor, there's a good chance you're in one episode of them at least. And if you're in one episode of one of the shows, you're probably in a couple of the other ones too. Marco Rowdy, Fred Fiver. Is there any chance that the character Shazam appears in the Gunverse? I see Zach Levi on X all the time. Will it ever be on a YouTube live stream?
Oh,
he has not responded to Gooch's request yet.
This is 3 different things. Yeah, he will most certainly probably be on a live stream at some point. You will definitely see Shazam in Gunverse at some point. And we do see Zachary Levi on X, but it ain't going to be fucking Zachary Levi as Shazam in Gunverse. I'll tell you that much right now for free. I don't give a fuck if they're friends. He's too old. Not that matters with the other ones, but you know what I mean.
Agree. Moving back. So just one last little bit on some Superman. And that brings us to the director problem. For nearly 2 decades now, Superman hasn't been allowed to simply be Superman. And I think that really describes Gooch's problem of he doesn't trust James Gunn to do Superman right. I don't blame him. I'm a Guardians 2 defender. I used to like James Gunn until I realized how much he hated us when I watched Peacemaker or Maker. And then when Alex Jones was in it and his racist dad was watching it, then I went, oh, no, go fuck yourself, James Gunn.
Also, the first 2 minutes of Creature Commandos.
Correct. And then I was super disappointed by Guardians 3. I was really excited to watch it. Everyone was saying good things about it. And then I was like, I'm not sure what they saw in that one. I did not. And I was a Guardians 2 defender. Please make Superman good. Please wear clothes made for men instead of your wife's pantsuit. Please, James.
He shops at the same place that Hillary Clinton does for her space outfits.
100%. Correct. Which that actually gets to us calling straight dudes gay, making fun of them for being gay. The left don't really understand. But I'm not gay. Yeah, we know. We're gonna still call you a big old homo, Paul Tassi. More on that later, though. Where are you at, Paul? I think he's coming up.
Oh, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, Paul. He didn't like Jay Viper, a friend of the channel through ABF. Did not like Jay Viper's meme of him.
Oh, yeah. And also, I think, I don't know if you have a tab for it, Hypno ratioed him yesterday as well.
Yeah, it's Paul Tassi. It's not too difficult to ratio that deep, but still, well done.
Leave it to him to have the absolutely worst takes, and he's just not consistent.
That's. I know I sound like such a douche when I like strategy, principles, and integrity. That's what I mean. Have whatever ridiculous takes you want. Just keep them consistently having those ridiculous takes. And shout out to Hypno for hitting 90K on that road to 100K. Going to be happening here before long. You'll love to freaking see it. Our boy Hypno going to be getting his silver play button. Now back to gaming. Boys! The boys are back in town! RuneScape decided to send itself to gay conversion therapy. And it stuck. They said, get that gay shit out of here. And they even brought up in a memo that games and studios are being canceled because of content that is perceived to be woke or representative. New RuneScape CEO reportedly said in an internal meeting.
Gay conversion therapy. We just saw that in live action. Mickey Rourke called JoJo Siwa an F-slur, and then she got dicked out by a man. Cured. So now we know the combination.
Can I go on a little mini rant for a sec?
Please do.
RuneScape. Love RuneScape, okay? In case you don't know. Yeah, in case you don't know, RuneScape is the perfect game to have on your work computer when no one's looking, because you can just kind of come and go whenever you want. Anyways, I don't have like 5,000 hours of the game, and they recently, I think in the last year or two, they decided that they made a game that was for bigots. So they took out male and female and actually put in body type A and B for RuneScape 3.
Okay, I was gonna say that's considered new RuneScape. Is that what the kids call it?
Right.
All right.
And is it JagX that owns them now, or was it previously JagX? I always get that confused. But whatever the new company is,
new JagX CEO. So yeah, JagX currently.
So a new company took them over, and they decided that they were going to do all the ESG stuff. So it would make perfect sense that they would try to go the gay route as well. And maybe now investors are saying, hey, ever since you bought this company, everything's been on the decline. Because I personally know at least like 3 or 4 people myself that were like, you know what? I'm not going to play this game anymore after the body type stuff. I was already not that interested. And they're not adding new professions and stuff to the game. So
that's your whole thing is you care about the body type 1 and 2, and everyone's like, oh, it's not a big deal. But your point is it is a big deal, because next thing you know, they're doing gay pride parades through the middle of the city.
Yeah. And there's that. And, I was just talking about it the other night. When 80% of people are like, oh, it's fine, it doesn't bother me either way. Well, you're not winning over anybody other than that, extreme minority under 1% of people that were asking for it.
Correct. And now we have it doesn't even say like woke or representative, perceived to be woke or representative. So even the thought of an accusation of wokeness is starting to scare them. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
You're
afraid.
afraid.
Yes, that was my thought. I couldn't remember the exact line though.
The only good bug is a dead bug. Would you like to know more? Yes.
No, well, no, it's no. We love our homos here.
Oh, sorry, that was just a that was just the Starship Troopers
in
references.
in RuneScape, in Minecraft RuneScape. So they would do the Tales of Pride event, and they decided, yes, we're gonna stop doing the gay shit, but there's also the community-led gay shit, similar to how like Disney, they have like the gay nights, but that's not like Disney that organizes that. That's actually all the gay people organize their gay nights. So, hey, I'm fine with that. Like World of Warcraft, all the homos want to get together and do like a little march or whatever. Sounds good. Do it in a PvP zone, bitch. So I'm fine with that. You know, community, yeah, you guys like do whatever. You want to gay it up and do, okay, yeah, well, we'll just laugh. We'll point at you and laugh. Okay. Now, when it's the actual like developers, yeah, hell no. So apparently the community did their little gay pride parade. And then I was watching, Smash JT just uploaded a clip of him talking about this stuff. And from what he said, it seemed like the RuneScape YouTube account put up a clip of them doing their pride walk, the community pride walk, and then removed it. That's even worse than if they just hadn't put it up. To put it up and they get backlash and remove it. So needless to say, the queers for RuneScape are not happy. Thoughts, ABF?
See, this just tells me that the marketing team has just been given way too much room to breathe, or too much slack or something. And now they're continuing business as usual, posting that stuff. But now, you know, the corporate people above are like, dude.
And this is new CEO. And then, Badger, I'm going to go to you, and then we'll pull up whatever the hell that Pedro Pascal thing is.
Very quick, very fun little message for us all. On Father's Day.
So, Mini Jagged's Mixer reportedly pushed back against the decision, but the CEO apparently maintained that the devs should instead focus on, quote, what players wanted. Remember my old line about make them more afraid of our wallets than the left's threats? Mission accomplished, boys. All right, Badger, what flaming nonsense are we about to be subjected to?
Pedro has a lovely message for you guys on Father's Day.
But daddy is a state of mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy. But daddy is a state of mind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh!
I'm your daddy.
I think we should probably download that. Just have that clip to play sometimes. Yeah, it's a state of mind, and he's our daddy.
Please
I don't want to see that clip anymore.
Do you want to go see Fantastic Four? Are you fucking really excited to go see Fantastic Four?
You know what? That needs to be cut with him playing with that little rainbow saber, licking it or whatever. Yeah,
maybe.
So if you check out Smash JT's video covering this, he also covers a big YouTuber, got over like 200,000 subscribers, who was like practically in tears over this. And then he started like crashing out and started self-reporting and talking about how he loves all of the hookers in Holland, and how he went to a park wearing a pink shirt and everyone called him a homo, and he was really confused because he's like, but I'm not gay. And then he like practically starts crying and stuff, and it's embarrassing. And then you see Pedro Pascal in that pink shirt, and it's like, yeah. Bro. It's because you're gay. And then he's like, I want more of this gay stuff. And then he keeps like trying to bring up how he's straight and stuff like that, and how he loves the Holland hookers. And
Did you hear Dakota Johnson talk unironically about he takes women's clothing on sets and wears them?
I heard that. She's on a tear, speaking her mind. Madam Web broke this woman.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of her. I'm starting to come around. I mean, she's pretty cute for a 45-year-old. Moving back to gaming. An internal Q&A session reportedly saw Bellamy clarify that this move was indeed motivated by today's political climate and very much his own decision. The boys are back in town. I want to be clear. The decision for this is with me. I own it. I'm fully responsible for it, reportedly said. This was in spite of the fact that plenty of Pride content was apparently nearly finished or already ready to ship. So they had the gay shit ready and everything, and he said, nah, that ain't happening on my watch.
That's a beautiful course correction.
Allegedly, of course. Quote, I understand that RuneScape is precious, ABF going to you on this one, is precious because it is a safe space. An escape from reality. So it sounds a lot better once he says that. And the reality that we find ourselves in is changing. Yes. To where people don't want safe spaces anymore. You got any thoughts, ABF, on RuneScape being a safe space?
I mean...
Oh, wait, to escape from not to escape from reality in your case, to escape from work in your case.
Yes. Well, yeah. I would disagree because if you look at the all chat in the game, it's kind of fun because it's very toxic and it's hilarious. So
it's like a browser-based MMO that's free to play, right? Yeah,
well, no, it's not browser-based. It's funny. It's the most dog shit graphics that you can ever imagine, and it runs your CPU at like 100%, and you only get like 30 frames a second when there's more than like 15 people on the same screen as you. So when you go to like the trading areas, you're like, it's just like it's the worst game ever, but it's awesome. Everybody loves it.
Definitely some memory barriers. Badger, do you see our noted gay man Ben calling Pedro gay as fuck?
He also said he was against gay pride and all that shit. Gets tired of it. I was actually more thinking, talking about Dakota Johnson, bro.
Oh yeah.
It is a miracle she survived Hollywood, i.e., she was a kid that grew up in Hollywood. She should be super fucked up, all the drug addicted, have no fucking personality. Instead, you see those interviews and all that. She seems to have a very developed personality, very sweet, smart, knows what's going on, affable, able to talk shit about the dumb things, talks about how they make everything by committee. What a miracle that Don Johnson produced this. Did let her get bogged down by everything.
She says Hollywood is a mess. Decisions are made by, quote, people who don't watch movies or know anything about them. And studios, quote, remake the same things. I think Gooch needs to send her a DM. We need to get her on the Sunday show.
Slide on in there, buddy.
Sounding just like us. And so she did this while appearing on Hot Ones. So she was actually doing
Sean Evans.
The media tour. Yeah, actually going to something that people care about these days rather than...
Did she say that like while her mouth was burning? Because like, it probably takes you out of your comfort zone and you just start speaking the truth type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, but I feel like she's been saying that other places too, where she, if you mention any of that, she'll talk about like,
But still though.
What's Hot Ones?
Hot Ones? Oh, well, that's the whole thing. You do an interview while eating super spicy hot sauce on some wings. And no, ABS right. It takes you out of your element. And then he, investigative reports you. And he actually asked a really good question. Why is Hollywood so risk averse? She says, I think it's hard when creative decisions are made by committee. And it's hard when creative decisions are made by people who don't even really watch movies or know anything about them. And that tends to be what's occurring a lot.
And also, same fucking show, but with Matt Damon instead. This is where it got us that clip of him talking about the other reason they don't make choices like this, aside from they're all old and they don't retire, and the young bucks that would make these choices don't have the power yet. DVD sales. Companies and studios used to make these other things that were maybe not the norm because they knew they could make their money back on DVD sales, and that doesn't exist anymore. So they're less apt to do those projects. You're not going to get a Goodwill Hunting. Also,
Hollywood, to a certain degree, is a psyop. And they've been psyoping us.
Oh yeah, they're a big part of social engineering us 100%. And I mean, they're actors; they're literally fake people. And then politics is just theater and actors essentially.
Yeah. And people mistrust media now, and people are actually waking up to a certain degree as well, and they just see through it.
Correct. And then if you're someone who doesn't see through it, but then you get fucked by on Madam Web, then all of a sudden you know what? I'm going to say all the things I've been holding in. Quote, when something does well, studios want to keep that going, so they remake the same things. But humans don't want that. They want fresh. They want to feel new things, experience new things, see new things. So I don't know. I guess it's all just a bit of a mess right now, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like,
it's a living.
We just talked about The Matrix on Nia's channel. The Matrix 1 was a lot of fun. The Matrix 2, it was all right, I guess, but not nearly as fun. We enjoyed Matrix 1 because it was a new concept to a lot of people.
It's when a B movie, a really like shitty movie comes out and becomes a cult classic, and then the creator's like, "Oh, let's do the sequel," but they tried to make a bad movie and it doesn't work. It needs to be naturally bad.
Yep.
So-
I like movies that surprise me. Like I like The Mist. I like the ending of The Mist. People are like, dude, that's the most depressing movie ever. And I'm like, yeah, it was awesome how it surprised the crap out of you at the end.
The Merovingian fight. There's a bunch of good shit. The Seraph fight, the Burly Brawl, all the lore.
It kind of becomes a Mission Impossible 8 situation where there's tons of great set pieces, but then the characters and story end up kind of lacking for it.
It's because it's 2 and 3 is one movie split, and yeah.
But Matrix 2, it didn't blow anybody's minds because it wasn't a new concept like the first one was to people. You know what I mean?
And they essentially just wanted the first one again. They didn't want the explorations of programs and machines and what is it to be alive and Zion and the cycle and breaking cycle, blah, blah, blah. It was just a bunch of shit they didn't want. Slow motion, agents, Trinity, tight outfits. Yeah. That's what they wanted.
And that's why I like, what's his face? The director that did Interstellar. Why can't I think of his name?
Nolan.
Chris Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. He likes to do one and done movies apart from Batman, right? He got kind of stuck in that trilogy, but he likes to make new and refreshing movies every single time. And that's why he's an excellent director.
Sorry,
Yeah, they did
the
that
second one got
with
criticized because it was philosophical. Like Senator Hammond and them are talking about them. Some machines get like too much philosophy. Go back to fighting. It's like, okay.
You know, it's just the first one, the structure and it's just so perfectly done. Just bam, 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 bam. It's such a tight movie, but then it opens up such a big world. They just had so much they had to deal with that. And then it's difficult.
Animatrix, right? There's so much lore that you then do another fucking shit, and that is still. And then you do Enter the Matrix, the video game, which had an hour plus of actual movie footage that was all canon with Niobe and Ghost and.
Okay. Oh, is that
you
one?
cannot
I was trying to
find that
remember.
fucking game, dude. Enter the Matrix is so good. You can't find it.
It was online only. That's why. So
no,
I mean,
sorry.
even if
that's
you had
Matrix Online, Enter the Matrix. It's from Sierra Entertainment. But I still can't find it to play digitally.
Enter the Matrix. Let me take
Enter the Matrix and also Path
take a
of
look
Neo.
at the dark area real quick.
Yeah, Path of Neo. I cannot find them, but man, they were great games.
And it's a good example of like back in the Asian man and black woman led video game, and we gave zero shits. We were like, this is badass.
You could play as both. It had real movie footage that like you went to get the thing that the Osiris drops in the Animatrix. So like it was like it all connected.
It exists in a certain form on the internet. Just so you know.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll ask for that link another time. Yes. The fights. Yeah.
Peak gaming.
They got Xi Jinping, the guy that does the actual fights or whatever, Yu Ying Ping, to do like all the animation.
In China, they say Xi Jinping did it, but yeah, it was probably some other Asian guy. Yeah.
Yuan, I think it's Yuan Ping.
Wood Steak and Crossbow? Is he fighting a vampire?
Yuan, thank you. Yeah, programs.
Mm-hmm.
Programs are
I
vampires.
mean, anything and everything is possible in the Matrix. So
that's what Monica Bellucci says. How many people carry silver bullets in their gun?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen the second one, right? You remember?
It's been
Urban.
so
There's
long.
probably dragons in the Matrix too.
Oh yeah, there were dragons.
Space. He forgot that his internet's shit all of a sudden.
One of the earlier six, yeah.
All I'm just saying is if him and Trinity had ran into that last city or the robot city, if they were on a dragon, Trinity would still be alive.
Yeah.
Also, robot dogs probably exist.
Definitely.
They have lots of little tentacles coming off them though.
Oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
So that way it's kind of like a 69 situation, you know, everyone's happy. Back to RuneScape being even gayer than fucking a robot dog. Simple play spamming. Yeah. RuneScape Pride events have also seen accompanying in-game protests. They've been counter-protesting, frequently filled with players spamming prejudice messages in-game chat. ABF, why did you say that?
F slur.
Now, moving on to how PC Gamer handled it.
Sorry. Was that more RuneScape? Because I actually have more to add about RuneScape.
No gay, no pay. The RuneScape community is absolutely mauling Jagex new CEO over his decision to cancel new Pride Month events. I'm gonna start playing RuneScape just because of this guy. Sorry, what were you saying, Abif?
Yeah, I might fire it back up actually. So RuneScape has a game called Dragon Wilds, which is actually early access currently, and it's basically
the new 3D one, right?
Yeah, it's a better graphic version of RuneScape itself. I can't remember. Is it first person? I don't think it's first person. Is it? I think it's over the shoulder, third person.
It's only gay if he fucks a man dog. If you fuck a female dog, it's weird, but it's not gay.
So I actually wasn't gonna buy this game because of all the shit that RuneScape was already doing. But I decided to play it anyways and review it on my channel. So that's what I did. But
so I didn't fully make it through this article. I think you'll enjoy this, ABF. So players
oh boy.
Players have been circulating fake patch notes about de-gaying RuneScape. For instance, removing the multi-hued fancy boots from the game and banning anyone wearing the even more ostentatious fancier boots. Oh, no picture of fancier boots. We heard you loud and clear. Feet should never be gay, so we've removed fancy boots from the game. Fancier boots owners have been banned also. From 1984.
That's amazing.
ABF, let me know if you get back into playing some RuneScape. I might have to give it a try. It could make a fun little video.
So sad I'm not playing Dune Awakening to fucking just get permadeath somewhere out in the goddamn Arakan desert.
Let's go exploring. Now I'm dead and I lost everything. I guess I won't ever explore again. ABF, you've been doing some Dune. You enjoying it?
Yeah, I've only played about 2 hours of it, but you can choose to go into it as just open world, or you could play the story and then get dumped into the open world throughout it. But I'm just doing the story right now. It's a lot of fun. I like all the cutscenes,
resource management, and staying alive.
Like you're supposed to be worried about your water, which is, I don't know. So far in the first couple hours that I've played, it's not been like tedious managing that. There's always like some plants that you can drink from or whatever, like these little water plants. They kind of dump you right in the middle of the sand, and there's a worm already after you in the first little bit, and you actually feel that urgency to get to the rocks, and you start building your shelter for the first time and everything. It's actually a lot of fun.
I want to do a Crash Bandicoot run towards the camera from a Dune Worm style game. That would be awesome.
I wonder if you can hit a button to change the camera to see that. That'd be cool.
Anyone else when you were young who played Crash Bandicoot get like serious anxiety from those levels? I love them, but man, they were so nerve-wracking as a kid. So, why would you play Dune Awakening when you could have this instead, ABF?
I see a lot of rainbow.
I'm going to go with the boob sliders. Oh, wait, I forgot this last one. Ban Odablitcock and his toxic community this Pride Month. So let's have a Pride Parade to try to cancel people. That'll make everyone like us. Badger,
yeah, every single person in that screenshot are the people that were advocating for the Pride stuff, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And that is how many people do you think that was? Maybe like 105 people or something. Yeah,
100%.
Way to cater to still 105 people.
Yes, the monkeypox community. So I was debating what multiplayer game I wanted to play for July, I believe it is. And I was thinking some Grounded 2, but then I thought that'd be a lot of having to organize and schedule, get people together. It'd be fun to do some survival, but I really want to play some Killing Floor 3. And I was talking about it. I'm like, which one should I play? And then Hayden goes, oh, I don't really care for the zombie games or something like that. I forget. And then he looked it up, which is what's in private chat if you want to go about your. And he's like, oh, this actually looks kind of good. But I'm like, what? But if you don't like those kind of games, and he's like, oh, I bought it.
It was practically free on sale, so
$40. So I'm like, oh,
practically free.
Well, I guess that kind of makes my decision. Hayden just bought Killing Floor 3 when I was still debating what we were playing. So I'm going to do some Killing Floor 3, and I might need to, if I can't convince enough people. I have a note that says, yeah, ask others to play Killing Floor 3. So
Killing Floor Incursion, is that number 3? Or is there a Killing Floor 3? Because I have 2 and Incursion. I don't have Killing Floor 3, I don't think.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely don't, because it's coming out in like July.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So sadly not on Game Pass. Grounded 2 will be on Game Pass, but this is only $40. I freaking loved it. If you're a fan of like Call of Duty Zombies, round-based horde, Left 4 Dead sort of stuff, it's great. I love the second one. This one looks even better. They got a little more of a realistic vibe than an arcadey vibe. It's class-based, which is really great. You level everything up. I always love the melee character, and this melee character is Asian with katanas and a bow and arrow. So me and Hayden are going to be fighting over who gets to play him, I bet. Diversity I don't care about, because it's class-based, and it's in an appropriate place.
Like the Strog.
Yeah, they got different weapons, and then you actually like upgrade as you go, and then between rounds you can buy like equipment and stuff like that.
It appears Moorcroft's little project is as real as they say.
Let's start the party.
And yeah, the bosses are really fun. They had a Christmas update where they turned one of the bad guys into Santa? Or no, they made a whole map where the bad guy was Santa. So you get chased around by like zombie Santa the whole time. And yeah, it's coming March 2025, guys.
It looks like they're trying to like make it just a tad bit more Doom style, which I'm okay with. That looks fun.
Yeah, I mean, Killing Floor itself was pretty doomy as far as like carnage and blood.
Also
and...
looked like Bulletstorm, if you guys remember that one.
Yeah, it definitely got some high T, that's for sure. And Call of Duty certainly doesn't have high T anymore in their anything. And I love Black Ops Zombies. I think that's why I got my PlayStation 2, because I wanted to be able to play that with my buddy, who I'm still friends with because we played Call of Duty Zombies together. And then I'm like, well, I paid for the rest of this game. I guess I'll play multiplayer. And then I kept playing, and then I got tired of Call of Duty, like all of us, and I just haven't gone back. But I really miss the zombies. Every time one of the new Black Ops comes out and they have zombies, I'm like, is this gonna be the one? Is this gonna be the one? And the last one was all like a little bit more open world. My buddy actually played that one, and it looked pretty good. I'm like, do I get back in? Do I go enough? So I'm gonna do Killing Floor 3 instead. So me and Hayden are gonna be playing, and it's 4 players. So
I'm down.
Yeah. So if anyone is interested or planning to play, let me know. Killing Floor 2 was fantastic. Now it's time to make fun of Paul Tassi. Wife, how's work today, Paul? Me. Hundreds of people are calling me gay because they have convinced themselves I find one video game character attractive instead of another video game character. Our boy Jay Viper. Wife, okay, can you go help me get a bottle warmed up? So when we say that you're gay, we don't mean that you're actually gay.
Oh, I do.
Well, he might actually, on this one at least.
How do you need me to move the wooden chair away from the bed for a minute? I'm sorry.
This picture that he's gone with for a long time, he's quite a bit older than this now, is very metrosexual, and yeah, so I get it. Paul having to respond to Jay Viper saying, stop calling me gay, guys. We're the media now, bitch. We're going to call you gay all we want. ABF, you're a tech guy. Can you help me explain this? My wife is still confused why our new router is so expensive. It's a TP-Link. Why is this so expensive?
TP-Link makes, it's a router with a lot of features. That one's got, it comes standard with a Blu-ray player, believe it or not.
Dude, that's crazy. I might have to look into that.
That's actually a really cool skin if you could buy it to put on your PlayStation. I approve.
Yeah, no, that's good. Those PS5s look fucking weird, dude. So doing something to make them a little more aesthetically pleasing, I think, is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't like the style, to be honest.
I don't like it.
It looks better than a Cybertruck, I guess.
Yeah.
That's something.
I mean, the Xbox Series X makes sense, just being a rectangle. I actually think that's really a cool shape for cooling,
Yes, and
little fridge.
All of us PC Master Race saw that and we went, you guys have a PC but shit now. Just admit it. Just admit it. So Badger, I threw a link in. I accidentally threw the wrong one. Second one in. but we got to do a little prefacing this. I didn't know when to cover this. I thought about maybe Tuesday night. Have you guys watched Idiocracy recently or remember the beginning of Idiocracy?
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. It explains how all the smart and well-to-do people stopped having kids for various excuses, while all the idiots just kept reproducing until it was only idiots left. So we have...
My favorite is he's like, I'm pregnant. And he's all, God damn it, again? The hillbilly.
So this is Alexander Wang. I thought it was Wong, and I'm like, no. And then I was like, oh, wait, do I see Wang? I'm like, no, that's offensive. Until I realized his last name is Wang. Soon to lead super intelligence projects at Meta. And he was a guest on the Sean Ryan show. And I keep trying to tell people, like, the whole, like, robot dog jokes and whatnot. And this constant sex bot talk. I'm trying to get people thinking about it because this shit's going to be coming a lot sooner than most of us realize. And this interview really helps put that into perspective. All right, let's roll. It's like 2 minutes long, so we'll do some pausing here and there.
Basically, I want to wait to have kids until we figure out how Neuralink or other, it's called brain-computer interfaces, so other ways for brains to interlink with a computer until they start working. So there's a few reasons for this. First is, in your first 7 years of life, your brain is more neuroplastic than at any other point in your life.
I've read Ender's Game
by an order of magnitude. I think when we get Neuralink and we get...
It's why it's easy for kids to learn instruments and music.
Languages as well. Yeah, like if...
Yeah. Instruments, music, language. Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, and... Well, kids are just super duper adaptive. You can put them in the worst environments and they will adapt to it. Super duper adaptive. And that's why it's so bad that all the queers are trying to get a hold of them, because they'll believe anything. They believe in Santa Claus and stuff like that. They believe in democracy and rule of law and stuff like that.
Believe a 2,000-year-old dead carpenter just fucking came back to life. Just believe anything kids tell them, depending on when you tell them.
That carpenter was a demigod, you son of a bitch.
That's right.
So it's okay. It makes sense.
Shall we?
And
Yo Pops continue.
Nerd Wars. Well, no, we gotta. We have to address the weeb in the room because Hayden just dropped 10 freaking gifties. None of them went out, but they probably eventually will.
Slightly delayed.
ABF's courting all the members. Well, the last time he dropped a 50 and none of them went through. And they ended up going through. I think it's got like a day for it to find somebody. So.
Okay.
If any of you guys have a friend out there who needs a membership, Hayden's trying to give them out, please.
Oh, it's like... It's like the hunter-seeker drone that you just throw up in Black Ops 2 and it kills someone by the end of the match. You know what I
mean? Yes. Accurate. Appreciate you, Hayden. You man of culture, you.
I'm hungry!
Oh, actually, that is a good point. That is an excellent point to play that, and I need cheered up today.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue.
AIDS. All right, no, sorry, we're not talking about Pedro Pascal or Paul Tassi anymore. We got to get back to Yo Pops.
All right. Get these other technologies. Kids who are born with them are going to learn how to use them in crazy ways. Like it'll be actually a part of their brain in a way that it'll never be true for an adult who gets a Neuralink or whatever hooked into their brain. And humans, we're only evolving at a certain rate. Humans will get smarter over time. It's just on the time scale of millions of years because natural selection and evolution is really slow. So if you play this forward, right, you're going to have AIs that are going to continue getting smarter, continue improving. They're going to keep improving really quickly. And, biology is going to improve only so fast.
Right,
and so what we...
This motherfucker is advocating for the symbiosis ending of Mass Effect, and I don't like it.
So the argument, I don't want a brain chip. Oh, that's dumb. But the problem is when everyone else gets brain chips and they're operating at a totally different level than you, and you are suddenly a second-class citizen.
Yes. We always knew that was going to happen.
His argument is very flawed because how often have people said, oh my God, the year 2000, we're going to have flying cars and it's going to be so cool. I feel like, I feel like waiting for the Neuralink is just waiting for the flying car to happen.
In the year 2000, we will all have. Shout out Conan O'Brien.
I love how he kept doing that past the year 2000 also.
In the year 2000.
Conan was the only late night host I liked.
Bro, he knew what was up. Masturbating bear. Come on.
Remember during the writer's strike when he would just have a segment of how many spins he can get on his wedding ring on his desk?
Yeah.
That sounds like us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those of us who thought the cyberpunk future was a little ways away, let's keep rolling the clip.
We need at some point is the ability to tap into AI ourselves. And so eventually, I think we're going to need some interlink or hookup between our brains directly to AI and the internet and all these things. And it is potentially dangerous, and it's potentially, to your point, terrifying and scary, but we just are going to have to do it. Like AI is going to go like this. Humans are going to improve at a much slower rate, and we're going to need to hook into that capability. I've talked to a lot of scientists in this space and a lot of people working on this stuff, including the folks at Neuralink, and mind reading and mind control are like, that is where the technology will go over time. Right.
Correct.
And so like any advanced technology, we have to not fuck that up. But it's going to be pretty critical if we want
Nintendo is going to break my Neuralink
humans to remain relevant as AI keeps getting better.
I mean, Amazon locked a dude out of his house because they thought he was racist. Imagine having a Neuralink in your head,
Yeah, and a big climate crisis we're super concerned about. So you get a calorie ration card. Yay!
It's also, he's thinking of it like a human.
This is actually quite relevant. Yeah, the AI takeover in that. So
we watched a couple of those episodes in the GCA watch party, and that intro is impossible to keep out of your head.
I know. I had lost it until what was it? Ben just pulled it up. Sir Badger, what were you trying to say?
Nothing. He went right to the most base human idea of we'll put metal in our head to connect. Bro, if it really is a quantum true intelligence, first of all, we won't need to connect with it to get its benefits. But also, technology will progress so far that we will be beyond having to fucking put chips in our brains.
Also,
but the transition to that period is when we need to worry about brain chips.
Sure.
If you want to start a family, don't wait for the ideal to start your family. Just do it.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's like, "Oh no, 16-year-old girl got pregnant. That's so horrible. She ruined her life." As literally every single woman for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, maybe wait till like 18-ish these days, but yeah, no. The attacking teenage pregnancy is like that's literally how all of us exist.
Yeah.
Now,
and the more you hear about all that shit and remote viewing and blah 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 blah, it's like we already had it, we lost it because we focused, and then it's like we should probably. But this goes back to those ancient civilizations and all that stuff. They probably found a different way to do shit than brute forcing it with fucking chips in their heads.
Oh, well, yeah. As we all know, the pyramids were built by having a golden rod that you hit on the brick and it vibrated, and then you go, and then it floats all over and it's all malleable or some shit. Yeah.
Turns into liquid. Yeah.
Sadly, I don't think the powers that be are going to let us just jump to that. I think we're going to sadly have to be in a transitional period where they're going to try to chip us and put us into sci-fi dystopia.
I don't like it.
But fun things are going to happen because I talk about how once we're in a Neuralink future, then people are literally going to be like stopping your car, pulling you out, and ripping all your like information out of your brain straight out of some cyberpunk. I had to do it to them. Neuralink because when I airdropped 40 plus hours of Chris Chan lore in 5 nanoseconds into their brains. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I saw someone had a meme where he had his airdrops on and he's wearing a mask in his car, and someone sent a picture of him calling him gay for wearing a mask in his car through an airdrop. But now imagine you could put like 50 hours of something terrible airdropped into his brain.
I just thought of a movie that maybe you should watch. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's called Transcendence.
Oh, with
have you heard of it?
Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Oh, I saw it in theaters. Yeah.
Okay. I liked it. A lot of people didn't. I thought it was actually kind of an interesting way that things could evolve. Yeah.
A little slow, but yeah, I liked it. And it could have been a bit better. Badger, what were you saying?
So he's not here. I just wanted to share with the chat and everyone else. We getting ready to troll that gooch? We getting ready to look up everyone?
Yes. No. Yes.
Yes, queen. Yes.
Yes.
Just to fuck with him. That's my level of pettiness.
Speaking of pettiness, Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, actually, sorry, Rossi had to jump in. Rossi, for a $5. Erwin, women already have allegedly have smaller brains. It's science.
It is science.
They don't need any more disadvantages at 16. It's like, we're literally born to propagate the species. And we've actually said, you know, it'd be like better if if I just like had fun and went out drank and stuff instead, which is normally you go out and you get drunk and then you have a mistake and then you're pregnant and then you just have kids and that's how we furthered humanity. But now they're like, how about we just murder our mistake instead? And amongst many other social problems we have. Yeah, we need more babies. Any way we can get them at this point.
Elon was right.
Oh, and depopulation, the whole big part of them putting us in the sci-fi dystopian control grid is so they can carry out that mass depopulation. And they always say it's like 80 to 90% of the population they want wiped out. It's 99% of the population they want wiped out and then replaced with robots.
Problem though,
that's a human want though. Yeah.
It's already been happening for like a decade. So there's going to be a gap of like a decade. So even if we started having babies now, like there's still that 10-year gap where it's going to be kind of weird.
Exact. And we're already having the problems from the demographic decline. Now we can replace all the like Mexican day laborers with sophisticated farming machinery and stuff like that. But you can't replace the babies. Except we're going to come in the situation where the kid wants the perfect baby who can compete against the AI. So we're going to end up with the beginning of Brave New World with Genesis chambers, where they are purposely depriving some of them of oxygen so that way they can be the worker beta droids or whatever. So either have kids or we're getting Genesis chambers, guys. That's our ultimate goal. Aldous Huxley knew what was going on. His brother was Julian Huxley, who literally ran the United Nations eugenics program. Midgard Ninja for a month. H Plus digital series still free to watch on YouTube. Highly recommend a watch. H Plus?
What is H Plus?
Tomac, are you here? I feel like this is normally something he would say. H Plus, 2011 to 2013, a future where a virus is released and kills our body. Let's see, it's a 7 out of 10. TV series. A future set story in which a virus has wiped out most of the human race, and those still alive have their minds linked to the internet 24 hours a day. Here, a viral incident leads to a new world order.
Sounds about right.
That sounds pretty interesting.
54 episodes. So they managed to get, 27 episodes into... Oh, no. It looks like it's 3 seasons. Color me intrigued.
And it's on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't... what did he say? Still on YouTube for free? Yeah.
H Plus.
That's getting written down. I'm going to check some of those out. What the heck? Good recommendation, Midgar. H Plus on YouTube. Excellent. Always appreciate the recommendations, guys. Especially when it's something like that. That sounds freaking based. Yeah, they've done a lot of shows where they tell us what they want to do to us. Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, well, that's the problem with the CRISPR. That's the whole mRNA technology and stuff is it could theoretically cure cancer, but in its current state, it just causes it. Jimmy Kimmel, Kerry Washington, and Io Ed Beery joins No Kings protest against Trump administration. Quote, love one another. It really is as simple as that. I agree. I love America. I love my fellow Americans. Everyone else can fuck off back to where they came from. It's really as simple as that. They just want a better life, so they come here. I just want a better life, so I'm going to send them back to where they came from. It's simple. Now, real quick, we got to do a little No Kings protest sign rating. Chrissy Mayer has been, actually, let me go ahead and refresh this because she's been adding a bunch to it. It's literally what she's doing with her day to day. I love it. I thought all lives mattered, guys. There was a point in 2020, if you put up a White Lives Matter sign, you would get investigated by the police and FBI.
I pass a church every day on the way to work. They have 4 posters up One is like love is love, the trans flag, and then Black Lives Matter, and then
My
something
church has
else.
also been
Like this-
corrupted by Satan. Yes.
Oh wait, do you mean the black sign?
Oh,
Yeah, the black sign.
No human is illegal is the fourth one. Yep.
Illegal. Oh, they also have love is love on there, so that the way they can show their support for pedophiles. Yeah.
Yep.
Illegal. Yeah, I use this all the time. It's the like physical equivalent of putting a bunch of like gay pride flags and Ukraine flags in your Twitter handle. Yeah, this isn't the one I'm thinking of, but it's very similar. But they have literal like NPC signs and oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, we believe. That's how it starts. So when I would deliver pizzas and I'd see this sign, I was never particularly friendly to those people, and they never particularly tipped all that well. Love is love. Literally the biggest thing they have is their pedo support. And my favorite is science is real.
No way. Is it really?
All right, so men are men and women are women. I agree.
Hmm.
I agree. Thank you. Super based. Come on, people, now smile on your brother. Everybody get together and impeach this mother effer right now. Is that a play on a song or something?
Come together right now.
Yeah, is that it? Everybody
Right, meow.
I don't know. I think she gave it a 4.5 out of 10. Probably better than it deserved. Here's a 2.5 out of 10. Oh, Taco Bell. I hope they keep pushing this taco thing. It is it's the poster child for the left not being able to meme.
So we were joking about how a lot of people have like Taco Trump as their like name or whatever, but like Trump is already in the taco acronym, right?
And I was out Trump.
Yeah, and you know the other Discord I always talk about how I argue with a lefty. His name is actually Taco, all caps, and then Trump. And I always remind him, I'm like, so taco.
It's literally SMH my head, literally, or RIP in peace.
Yep, exactly.
By the way, I say this whole CRISPR thing, that is different than mRNA and all that stuff. The one is gene therapy once you're alive and out. CRISPR is before you were fucking born, gene editing, not a therapy, editing. And it's literally the switches you can turn on and off different things. There's a guy in China who got arrested for doing this with twins, ostensibly to add a couple things, and it made them super smart. Increases their IQ ability. Yeah.
We're going to have designer babies.
Real fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The technology can, it could literally like in cancer make it make us immortal. Designer babies. There's tons of stuff it can do, but it's still in the phase where it's giving everyone cancer, and they knew that, and that's why they rolled the jabs out on us, because we were a giant guinea pig experiment for their CRISPR and mRNA technology.
Give me my telekinesis.
And again, don't wait to have kids until some breakthrough happens. Just have kids, and if you want to have your designer baby, also do that also later. Whatever.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah, it's babies aren't like rabbits where like once they're a year old they're like adults. It takes them a long time. It takes a while just for him to even be born. So yeah, we got to get on that. Many of you did not pay attention in history class. It shows. Thanks, cringe white woman.
Is that sign supposed to have like an arrow pointing down at her?
Yeah, it really should.
I think the side got cut off.
I really enjoyed this one. I think you guys could totally agree. If Kamala is so brat, were president, we'd all be at brunch.
Yeah.
I'm good. No Kings, guys. This one's actually kind of cool. They actually put a little bit of graphic design in it. It's ridiculous when the Democrats are the party of the KKK. But still, they actually put some effort into this one. What'd she give it? Oh, a 9 out of 10. Yeah, decent artistry. Only negative is the political inaccuracy and stupidity of its idea. Yeah, this should be George Soros and then Alex Soros on the bottom part. 2.5 out of 10. So they just held up a mirror that said "We people." Oh, wait, no, "We the people." There we go. I was going to say "We people." Sounds really stupid.
Oh, yeah, I can barely see the.
Yeah, difficult to read and understand unless you're maybe 10 feet away from it. This can also be used for any political. 2.5 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I stands for I can't ejaculate.
Wow. Oh, okay. Interesting. Hold on. Before we read what she said, let's break this down.
Yes.
I can't.
So art is hard. Anyone like doing like digital design, it's not you can fix all your mistakes, but when you have to put like pen or like something permanent to art, things get difficult. So when you you have to figure out how much space you need for your words. So clearly they say ice and then it's not capital ICE. And they're even doing it at like off of the being an acronym, and they don't, and then stands, and then they ran out of room. So they had to use the number 4 shoved up in the corner.
Yep. And
then instead of having it be ICE, like we normally would do like in elementary school where we make our things,
it's
it's an angle, and then I doesn't even have anything next to it.
Yeah. And then the E gets cut off. Like it's like you're like 4 years old making a card for your mom for like Mother's Day, and it's got like giant letters to begin with, and then it gets smaller and smaller because you realize if you're panicking and like it's not gonna fit.
Yeah. Sincerely, Timmy. And then so they put the period after the INCE, so it doesn't even make the word. It's C period and then ejaculate. They clearly did the whole word and then went to cross their T. They crossed their T and then crossed their L on top of it, and that E is barely even on the sign.
Also,
ejaculate.
if they can't do that, it might be because they transitioned.
Wait, what? Sorry. Wait, what? What is it? It means they this whole thing just confused me.
I don't know what's happening either. I'm just saying, if you can't do that, then
and it's a capital J too. Yeah, excellent point, Andrew. Capital J in the lowercase position. Hey, Jackie. This is who we're up against, guys. We should really be able to beat them.
I think we're winning. I think we are.
No king. Yes, queens.
Wow. Holy.
Oh, wait, where's it at?
Kamala forever.
Do I even still have yes on here, or did I delete it because we got tired of seeing her? I probably deleted it.
Probably deleted it, yeah.
It's a perfect time to use it too.
That sign is more bejazzled than Mo's jeans.
But jazzled? Is that what we're calling it now?
Isn't that what the kids call it?
Yeah, ejaculate. Yes.
Bejazzled.
Oh, this one's just gross. So we got the old lady crowd, of course. I'd call Trump a see you next Tuesday, but he lacks depth and warmth. I actually kind of like this one, except it's fucking gross.
It is pretty gross.
And you guys wear pussy hats.
It's like a female comedian. They can't help but talk about that every fucking segment. Yeah. It's like if you're like a comedy show and there's a female comedian that doesn't talk about that, you found a good one.
Yes, correct. Oh, God, be like a gay comedian not talking about getting it up the butt constantly. Let's see. About to get out of here. Was there anything else? Yeah, I think one last little bit of woke crap. Yeah, one last little bit of woke crap, and then we'll get out of here. So, Badger, I think I found the next director for a Star Wars movie. You're going to love her. Dia Khan. Just wait. Emmy-winning documentary maker warns rise in anti-immigrant sentiment is hurting filmmaking in UK. Emmy-winning documentary maker Dia Khan, whose latest film, America's Veterans, The War Within, airs this blah, 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 blah. Don't care. She tells Deadline the rise in anti-immigrant rhetoric isn't just a political shift. It's cultural. Over time, it changes who feels visible and valued, whose stories are judged worthy of compassion, who gets to hold the camera, and what someone feels comfortable saying. What? What is she on about? Since 9/11, we've witnessed a slow and steady burn dehumanization of immigrants, especially migrants of color in Europe, Australia, and North America. Yeah, stop being so worthy of our scorn. As an immigrant and woman of color, oh my vagina, my brown vagina. That enrages and concerns me. And as a filmmaker, it frustrates me because it interferes with the creative process itself. So essentially, she's complaining because she wanted to make a document. She made a documentary about the in 2017, White Right, Meeting the Enemy, where she interviewed all of the neo-Nazis and gave them they platformed the neo-Nazis to say that conservatives are bad by platforming neo-Nazis. So she wanted to do some film, and then the guy was basically like, nah, I don't think that's your kind of a thing. She wanted to do Italian pianist who collected music composed by prisoners in Nazi concentration camps and explored the impulse to create in captivity. And the executive said, nah, how about you cover forced marriage or female genital mutilation instead? No, I care deeply about those issues. But it was clear I was being confined to a narrow storytelling lane. So basically, the brown woman is sad she's getting pigeonholed into just covering brown women crap. Badger, how long before Lucasfilm hires her to direct Star Wars, you think?
As soon as Charmin pops out her trilogy.
Oh, actually, yeah, they could do like a Rian Johnson thing. She could do the second one, and then Charmin could be like, she ruined my vision, and come back for the third.
It'd be great.
You guys were super generous. I'm gonna do a spin. I got way too many on the list, but I don't care. I am doing a spin. I swear, Tomac, I will watch Black Rock Shooter today. I promise. Assuming I'm not just doing tech stuff the whole day. Okay, the Discovery. I don't even remember what one that is. We're gonna choose three of them. Let you vote. I don't remember.
I voted for this one. It's the fucking what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? I'm old. I can't think. It's the guy where they discover there's life after death. Jason Segel and guy plays Jeremiah Johnson. Robert Redford. Jesus Christ.
Caddyshack. That's a great one.
I've seen plenty of bits and pieces. My buddy loved it when we were growing up. I don't think I ever watched the whole movie, so I would love to see me some Caddyshack.
If you have a buddy over to drinking beers, that's a good one too.
Oh,
it's a funny movie.
I can see my buddy wants to watch it. Hurt Locker? Or Sinbad of the Seven Seas. Hurt Locker. Yeah, I was gonna say I think ABF is the reason that got added.
We actually covered that one in my filmography community college elective that I took, and the reason why we talked about it was female director.
Oh,
yep,
nice. Okay, not all. All right, that's. Happy to see that. So we got the poll going. I'll let that roll to the end of the stream. Currently looking like Caddyshack is edging out the competition by a decent bit. Looking like I'll probably watch some Caddyshack. But if you want me to watch something else, make sure you get your vote in. Your vote matters here because there's usually like 25 votes. So your vote matters. Get it in. Badger, what you got going on today?
Tonight, Gucci Gang. That's
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
8/11.
And, reminder.
11/11.
For those of you who have not messaged or called your father Happy Father's Day, just do it. It's little, it's so stupid. It doesn't matter. It's not like it feels cringe to, but they love it. They eat it up. So this is your friendly reminder. Yeah, everyone's loving Hurt Locker, but Caddyshack is currently destroying the competition and looking like some Caddyshack. ABF. You got any special guest for Monday?
Very special, actually.
Funny. How awesome is he or her?
Well, let's just say he's very special. His name is Erwin, and he has perfectly flawless internet. And he's going to be joining us for Off the Hip Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Let's go. I'm going to talk about Expedition 33 the whole time.
Yes, wish your father a happy Father's Day. I was actually driving and I was texting my dad to say Happy Father's Day, and it wanted to autocorrect to Happy Mother's Day. Or the predictive. I'm like, really? You're not gonna already know that it is Father's Day? Like, you guys keep track of like what the Google image switches to?
That sums up Mother's Day versus Father's Day so well. Mother's Day is always some huge extravagant event for the mom, and then Dad just kind of gets the we'll let Dad cook some hot dogs and hamburgers, Here's some golf balls. Actually, I got my dad 2 kind of balls for Father's Day. He might be watching, so I don't want to spoil it. But they're pickleballs and ping pong balls. So,
nice.
Yes, it's really easy. Active seniors are easy to buy gifts for these days. Just get him a pickleball racket. Oh yeah, get him Under Armour or get him a pickleball racket. And then ABF, are you going to be on Gooch's tonight? I'm going to try. If I can get my 3 gameplays in, I'll be there.
So I'm going to be on Gooch's, and also before that, I'm going to be on Niat stream.
Excellent.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Chat, appreciate you so dang much. Looks like Caddyshack is going to be the winner. I'm actually quite hyped for that. And what's it, Sunday, right? So it's the end of the week. So I'll be seeing you Tuesday for some politics, and tomorrow over at ABF's. Bye, everybody.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends. Yeah. Come on! Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Yeah, we have yet another segment in Rossi's book of super chats. Good show to everyone on Yats. I just dropped my pants in front of that doctor. Not a good look for me. Had to send another super saying I didn't do that. You're worried about your look. Do you remember the sorts of supers you send, Rossi?
Staff.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you so dang much for doing so. I was gonna go out and AIDS, but I think Rossi deserves one. He's going through it.
You always